What's up, maniacs? All right, the Ozzy and Sabbath last show thing. While I will admit to trying to keep the dialogue on this channel focused primarily to, this is, I can tell this is unscripted, primarily focused on like new blood, because I think that's important. I wanted to speak, just like unscripted, off the cuff on this thing, because I love the hell out of Sabbath. Personally, I'm all for it. I really, truly am. News went out today that I guess Ozzy can't walk, which was very upsetting to hear. But I don't know. Maybe it's because as just a person in general, a heavy metal fan, I'm not very mature. So when people say things like, they should hang it up, whatever, because they don't want the band's legacy to be tarnished or something like that. I get that. I get that, and I respect it, and I understand it, and I hear that, and like all that, right? But I don't know. Again, maybe it just goes back to the everlasting 16-year-old in me that hates when bands hang it up, and not so much. Well, yeah, I fucking hate that, but wants bands to continue on as long as they possibly can. When you see Priest up there, for example, right? Priest is up there, like, no, they don't look like how they did in their 20s or 30s or something like that. But I don't know. I don't care though. I just have such profound respect for these musicians, for these legacy musicians, that I'm always gonna cheer them on. And I get that the other way of looking at that is that, having a respect for them means telling them, like, look, you fucking relax now, it's okay to stand down and stuff. You've done, what you've done for all of us as fans, and that's that. So take it easy, right? But from what I have read the last couple of years, when Ozzy finally was like, all right, like I'm done and everything, I believe the whole thing about how we just wanted one more show. I, in my heart, genuinely believe that's not just some, that's not for PR, that's not just a line for headlines or something like that. I really believe that, he wants one more show and he loves the stage. That, to me, I love that. As a fan, I love feeling, or at least being convinced that somebody's up there because they love it. Like, they're not just going through the motions to collect a paycheck or whatever. I get it. Believe me, I get that. And that's the other thing, too. Let's say, it's being done for money or something, or Sharon's put him up to it. I just don't believe that, Sharon's been behind the whole, like, get him out there on the road. We need to make more money. We got to sell more albums and stuff like that. I don't, because the fucking Osbournes, they're probably all set for life. I mean, they probably got things that, I sure as hell don't know about. Stocks, bonds, assets, all that kind of stuff that I can't comprehend, what any of that stuff. I'm just not on that level, right? I don't have fucking stocks and bonds and assets and shit. Like, I don't, but I would imagine they do. So they could sit on their asses, both of them, for the rest of their lives and be absolutely fine. I truly think that Ozzy is probably in a spot where, and many other people of that income bracket, of that socioeconomic status. I'm talking about shit that I have no idea about right now. I'll admit that. But I think, when you've accomplished all that they have, sometimes you're just like, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. And in Ozzy's case, I think it was like, I want to get back up on that stage one more time. So that's why, if I were there, I won't be, but if I were there, I would be psyched to see it. Let me tell you this, man, like, this probably has this is a slim to none, snowball's chance in hell kind of thing happening. But if they opened with End of the Beginning, it would never happen. But I think it'd be pretty cool, because it's like, okay, there's a little bit of symbolism you could argue in just like the title of that song and just, what it represents and everything. But it's also like, all right, Bill was supposed to be on this album. He wasn't, but he's here now, so let's do it right. I don't know. I think the song is just awesome. 13, man, I was a little bit, I don't know the words to describe my feelings for that album. Like, I can't say I was disappointed. I just think it was a little bit doomed the second that Rick Rubin crafted his game plan with them. And his game plan was, all right, you guys just got done writing the first album. What do you do now? What the hell is that? That's the worst goddamn approach to take. What he should have said, what would have made the most sense, is, all right, you guys just finished writing Never Say Die. What do you do now? That's what was supposed to happen. Or else, and this is where I think the album suffered, I think what Rubin was trying to do is he was trying to get them to just like, rewrite the first couple albums. And it's like, why? We've already heard it. That song Zeitgeist, that's Planet Caravan. Oh shit, what's the one with with the harmonica on it. Oh, fuck, I can't even remember the name of that song in it. But anyway, it would be really cool to at least hear End of the Beginning. How are we doing on time? So yeah, I think it would be really cool to hear End of the Beginning. That's about it from 13, but that I think would say, again, you know, again, thank you for everybody in the press, but this performance being the last one, and I really think they could justify that, even if it would get some weird headlines or articles written. Fuck it, man, they're already, you know, they have proven themselves a long time ago, okay? They really have. As far as I'm concerned, they got done proving themselves on Never Say Die, right? Whatever. Even though that was one of the albums I wasn't. The two Sabbath albums I could just never really like embrace. That and Born Again, man. Born Again, I don't know. For some reason, I can't fucking jive with it, whatever you want to say. Yeah, those are my thoughts. So, this is the other weird thing, but look, fucking it's metal, all right? Yes, maybe this might sound morbid. You probably know where I'm going with it, but fuck it, man. We're supposed to be, you know, badasses and stuff when it comes to this kind of shit. If you were to die on stage, given that, like, say, Ozzy was one of the creators of heavy metal, period. Creators, okay? God in that sense, right? If he were to die on stage, that could never, ever, like, be topped for the history of the rest of the time that the universe exists. You could not top that. I guess the only thing, maybe Iommi dying on stage, but that would be the most metal thing ever, okay? Yeah, you couldn't get any more than that, right? Lemmy Kilmister never seemed to get a whole lot of shit. Maybe he did, but you know, Lemmy's didn't seem to get a whole lot of shit. And I mean, I saw it myself. I was there at one show near the end when, like, yeah, some people might have called it a rough performance. I didn't, man. Fuck that, because it's Lemmy. I ain't saying shit about Lemmy Kilmister or Ozzy Osbourne or any of these other godfathers that have proven themselves and do time and time again, and yes, have created a genre but I'm also not criticizing anybody that does. I'm also not trying to discount the opinion of anybody that does. Anybody that slags Ozzy and any legacy artists for maybe, you know, they should have hung it up or something like that years ago. That's your opinion, man. That's cool. I think it's a valid opinion, and that's what makes all this fucking musical discourse beautiful and everything, you know? I'm just looking at it from, you know, an unbridled fan's perspective, okay? So yeah, that's about it. What a goddamn monster shit this video is probably gonna be, man. I am absolutely useless without a script in front of me. Oh my God. But okay, yeah, that's that. I guess if you got thoughts on it, feel free to weigh in. And okay, well, if you did like this video, cool. Maybe you can give it a thumbs up. Or if you just like hearing somebody bullshit about heavy metal, then Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath your ass right into that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time on Concrete Spew. But until then, later, my friends.